Fox has to go back to his roots. I'm not a Jets fan, I'm not a Giants fan, and neither one of those teams even play in New York. But I'm a New Yorker through and through, despite where my mail gets sent. And I will not stand for the Jets to be dragged through the mud in this way. Not going to happen. So Dante Moore, if you do leave, you should be so lucky to fly the plane.
Game time decisions, only on SportsGrid.
Who are we looking at? We're looking at SGA because of his availability and consistency. It's Jaylen Brown to do his usage and his leadership. It's Jaylen Brown for how they're playing. It's Cade Cunningham because Detroit's in the top of the East. The MVP talk is going to be wild, and it'll be interesting to watch. MVPs just don't dominate. They survive the season.
Pro basketball today, only on SportsGrid.
Maybe the fact was that the kicker just blew a 44-yard field goal. Now, by the way, I feel horrible for this kid, Tyler Luke, who made every single field goal this season 44 yards or less. But the extra point that was missed just before that by Chris Boswell was the only extra point that he missed all season long. So did they bless that same holy water when Boswell missed the extra point? Come on, guys. Let's get it.
Newswire, only on SportsGrid.
The Steelers get their touchdown, and they miss the extra point. It was Lamar Jackson who made the plays to get the Ravens into what should have been easy field goal territory. So explain to me how in the world we can look at last night's game as, well, there you go, can't trust Lamar Jackson.
The Craig Carton Show, only on SportsGrid.
All right, welcome back. In-game live game day here on the grid. Thanks again, Nick Campbell. Check out his work. Zonecoverage.com. Zonecoverage.com. Follow him on Twitter at The Real Tiny Nick, who joins us talking a little NBA. You usually get some NFL with him as well. So hopefully provide us with a couple of winners there. He likes the over team total Jags first half and under the Philadelphia Eagles game. And then use the Eagles in a teaser with the Bears. So our game that we're concentrating on tonight, they're at the half. Looks like it's going to be one of those lengthy halftime shows, which is fine. So it's 17-13. Nice job. I was wondering, Gabe, if they were going to go for it. Were they going to punt? They elected to kick a field goal, which was gutsy because if you don't get the field goal, you're handing Miami the ball basically at midfield, with still 20 seconds or so left.
The play before, I love the. You know what? I didn't like the Wildcat play call, but the play before, Scott, on the field goal, they knew that it was a long kick. They tried to dump it off. The kid dropped the pass. Like, they tried. You saw Trambless was pretty upset about it. Like, they tried to pick up like 4 or 5 yards just to make the kick a little bit easier, and it was incomplete. So the kicker really stepped up after that, right? It was like, all right, man, we just screwed up, and now we got to try a 58-yarder. But they showed a replay of the kid. He made a 56-yarder against Georgia, right, last week. So this kid can kick, evidently, man. Cañero on Ole Miss. This kid's got a leg, and they trust him. Just a quick thing that we were talking about that with the Jags game, man. That's like a big edge, Scott. You got one kicker who can make a 68-yard field goal, and the Bills are signing kickers off of other teams' practice rosters and stuff. Like, Matthew Wright is their kicker this week, I guess. Like he's never been a Bill before. Imagine that. You go to the biggest game of the year. It's like, nice to meet you. I'm Matthew. I'll be deciding the game for you guys, maybe. It's freaking wild. If you think about it.
Wow. There must be, I can't not hate, but I'll bring this up again. There must be, people must not trust, believe Justin Tucker. These field goal kickers all get 5,000 chances. Yeah. I mean, you miss a field goal, you get cut, and you're picked up the very next week.
They must think he did it.
Yeah. Right? I mean,
because you're right. Dude, NFL teams don't care about stuff. They signed Deshaun Watson. They don't care. The Rasheed Rice ran a bunch of people over. Why is this guy not getting a shot? Yeah.
You're a Bills fan. Would you rather have Justin Tucker or Joe Schmo, who they just picked up, right?
Well, interestingly enough, we actually drafted that kid from San Diego State. If you
That's
remember
right.
his story. Yeah,
That's right.
Matariza, right? So he was like literally like the punt god, they called him, like the greatest punter since Ray Guy. He really was good. Like a kid like was like, boom, 50 yards, like boom, like hang time. Like you just tell him we need hang time. All right. Like we need we need you to pin him. All right. Automatic. The kid was like second, third round draft. Like he got drafted for a punter like type thing. He got drafted pretty high. And he was involved in a sex case in San Diego State. The Bills dropped him. He was blackballed from the NFL for a couple of years, and like 2 years later, he was exonerated. They were like, nah, he never did anything. He's not guilty. He's in the NFL now. Of course, the Chiefs signed him. Now you see Rashee Rice is accused of domestic abuse, and I would never believe that he would do anything, Scott. I mean, a guy that ran over a bunch of people, like, and fled the scene.
Ran away.
I never believed it. No, not Rashee Rice.
He's too good.
He was in church at that time that happened.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, he was donating his time serving food to the homeless, Your Honor. At that time,
well, that's why he had to leave. That's why he had to leave the scene. He was late for going to the church. They had out, dinner.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, but listen, not to minimize it, but if you have a choir boy,
I am
NFL
surprised.
roster,
I am surprised. I agree with you. I am surprised, Tucker, especially there's teams that are desperate now, right?
Yeah.
Either they think he's not worth the risk, he's not as good. They're like, wow, it's not really worth it. But you're right. It's almost a redemption story, too. Would you rather Matthew Wright or Justin Tucker, like if you're the Bills, this Saturday?
Game on the line, right? What would you rather? So
I imagine they'll be going for it on fourth down.
I imagine I read where he was in camp recently trying out for an open spot. He didn't get the job.
You're right.
So
I was just going to say that. Is he working out? But you're right. He was. Like, he was brought up. Like, I saw his name in the mix the other day. You're right.
Yeah. Maybe it's just slipped. And he did slip a little bit, admittedly, for Baltimore last year. And maybe it's just, the leg strength just isn't there anymore. But it's just weird that these guys, like I said, cool for the Atlanta Falcons and New York Giants. It's 5,000 chances. And
there's like a sort of trust factor, Scott, if you're a kicker. If you get into that little vortex, if you've been in a couple of times, you're in for like life almost until you just miss too much. Right? Like this Matthew Wright guy's been on 8 teams. I don't remember him on 8 teams, but it's just one of these deals where like he gets signed and he's okay, but he's obviously kind of trusted, Scott, if he's in the Rolodex. All right, kind of keep scrolling. All right, what about this Matthew Wright guy? Okay. They seem to trust him more. We even talk about it, like someone asked, like there's a bunch of great kickers in the CFL and stuff, like even backups. And these dudes, like, you're telling me in like between Canada and the United States, Scott, there's not a couple of guys that can kick a football? But like you said, the Young Hokus and the Matthew Wrights, the same guys get the calls, man, all the time. It's like a trust factor. I was told about that. I asked, I said, how come when you see these kids, they can kick this, but they don't get a chance? And they said, that's what I was told. They said, because the guys that are there have been proven that they can kick under pressure. You know what I mean? Not that they're great, but coaches are panicked about this. Right. But look at the guy. Look at Brandon Aubrey, Scott. Not even an NFL guy, bro. He got discovered in a UFL. The Bates guy on Detroit's one of the best kickers in the league. He was in the UFL as well. He showed up to an open camp like at a mall in Texas. And like, you know what I mean? His girlfriend told him, you got to get a job and do something. There's like an open tryout for like football. He goes, nah, I'm not even a kicker. I'm a kickoff specialist. And he was kicking field goals in the park in like Texas. And people were like, damn, man, you're pretty good. You're hitting like 60-yarders and stuff. And his wife showed him and said, look, there's a XFL camp, open tryouts. I am telling you, you should go do this. It's religious. It's God's will that you go. Like he went, dude, he ended up on the Detroit Vipers or Panthers, whatever the hell they're called, the Michigan Panthers. And he was so good, the Detroit Lions tampered. They got upset. They called him like midseason. They said, dude, we're going to sign you as soon as the XFL season's over. And they did. And he's good.
Yeah. It's kind of amazing.
And then you look at the guys from college, Scott, that get like drafted, the big-time kickers. They're often not good when they get to the NFL. Like, look at Jake Moody. He never missed in college in Michigan, bro. The Niners took him in like the 3rd round, and he sort of kicked around now. I think he's on the Bears now, though, actually.
Yeah. It's funny when I was working over I used to have a producer at the 3-letter network who wanted to be an agent. That was his thing. And he was going to high schools in the New Jersey area, Gabe. And he would tell me, like, I got guys that they can throw the ball 90 plus miles an hour, yet no one will sign them. No one will come visit them. It's just weird. And I didn't doubt him. It was like, but it's just weird how some guys get opportunities, others don't. I mean,
it's almost like the real world, Scott. You got to know somebody.
Kid. Yeah, that's it.
You got to know
that's
somebody.
That's what he says. Like, yeah, I'm not on the end
I know
yet.
the coach. I
I'm
played for him in high
guys.
school or college, and it's a connection. I'm getting a shot here because this guy knows me. Like, yeah, like you said, politics in sports, it's real. You see it right now. Yeah. I mean, it sounds corny, but Mendoza had 0 offers, guys, at the NCAA level. The only school that offered him the starting quarterback position was Bryant University. And then Cal came along. They were the only one.
Chambliss tonight. Look at Chambliss.
Sure, that Chambliss playing a fair state.
Yeah.
Cam Ward, 0-star recruit. Cam Ward, junior college, incarnate word. Like, no one believed in him. Guy was the number 1 pick in the NFL draft.
It's amazing. If not for Simmons getting injured.
Now we hype up Ty Simpson because he plays for Alabama. You know what I mean? Oh, Ty Simpson. Like, yeah.
He's not even going to get drafted. You wait and see.
No, he'll get drafted. I don't want to rain. I don't want to be a jerk, but like, I don't think he's better than Mac Jones.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right, we'll start the second half. Kickoff goes through Miami when we come back.
OK Dubs has to go back to his roots. I'm not a Jets fan, I'm not a Giants fan, and neither one of those teams even play in New York. But I'm a New Yorker through and through, despite where my mail gets sent. And I will not stand for the Jets to be dragged through the mud in this way. Not gonna happen. So Dante Moore, if you do leave, you should be so lucky to fly the plane.
Game time decisions, only on SportsGrid.
Who are we looking at? We're looking at SGA because of its availability and consistency. It's Jalen Brunson doing usage and his leadership. It's Jaylen Brown for how they're playing. It's Cade Cunningham because Detroit's in the top of the East. The MVP talk is going to be wild, and it'll be interesting to watch. MVPs just don't dominate. They survive the season.
Pro basketball today, only on SportsGrid.
Maybe the fact was that the kicker just blew a 44-yard field goal. Now, by the way, I feel horrible for this kid, Tyler Loop, who made every single field goal this season 44 yards or less. But the extra point that was missed just before that by Chris Boswell was the only extra point that he missed all season long. So did they bless that same holy water when Boswell missed the extra point? Come on, guys. Let's get it.
Newswire, only on SportsGrid.
The Steelers get their touchdown, and they miss the extra point. It was Lamar Jackson who made the plays to get the Ravens into what should have been easy field goal territory. So explain to me how in the world we can look at last night's game as, well, there you go, can't trust Lamar Jackson.
The Craig Carton Show, only on SportsGrid.
All right, welcome back in-game live. Game day here on the grid. Still at the half, still be there for a few moments. So we'll take a peek around the NHL, little NBA, little college basketball.
Yeah.
And I did mention at the top game, we've got a great slate it is in hockey tonight. And you know, it's one of those where if you buy into trends and things that happened before will happen again, it's turning out to be a good night, right? Like the Logic. Anaheim's lost 7 in a row. They're taking on Carolina. They lose in regulation. We gave that out as a best bet in a podcast. Colorado's losing 2 in a row. You know they're going to come out flying. They're up 2-0. We talked in the break. Rangers are probably going to lose down 2 goals late in the third against Buffalo. They just can't win at home. And even Montreal, they're going for their 7th straight win over Florida. That is so Montreal, really, over the 2-time defending Stanley Cup champs, and they're up big. They're going to make it 7 straight over the Panthers. So things
Paul
that
Maurice,
kind of are supposed to happen have happened.
Paul Maurice, the head coach of the Florida Panthers, talked in the pregame skate this morning about the Canadians beating the Panthers all the time. And he said, we have game plans for a lot of teams in the NHL. And he goes, we match up with teams and we know what to do against them. And he said, I've never figured the Canadians out. Like, Maurice is one of the more honest, best interviews, like, as NHL coaches. Like, he's one of those guys you listen when he talks about the game. He's honest. Like, and he goes, they're a hybrid team. They're very fast. They're not like anyone else. And he goes, I've never really figured out a game plan against them. And boom, it's 7-2. He wasn't lying. It's 7-2 right now for Montreal. Like you said, he matches up against everyone. Like, if Montreal gets Florida in the playoffs, watch out, Scott. They could beat them. We've seen. It's a bad matchup for Florida for whatever reason. Florida are kind of a bully team. Montreal kind of just go around them. It's kind of like what Montreal used to do when they used to beat Boston in the old days. Boston would try to beat them up and stuff, and Montreal would just sort of like the road runner would squeeze past them. And what I mean? All right, going to use our speed and our guile here. Canadians are a really good team. They're great offensively. Defensively, they're still young. They're raw. Goaltending is an issue for them. They're carrying 3 goalies right now. They can't do this for much longer. This is going to have to be resolved. And I don't really trust any one of them. You got the kid, he's like 20 years old, whatever, the Fowler kid, 1920. Second half ready to kick off here right now. But, yeah, they're on a roll right now, the Habs, Scott. 2 late games coming up. You like any of the late stuff in the NHL?
I tell you what, I'm going to go on Seattle. I know Minnesota's playing some decent hockey, but Seattle's 8-1. Their last 9 games by playing great, obviously by far the best hockey of the season. And I'm getting them plus odds, plus 135. Really, I'll take them, and I'll take a little flyer on Vegas. They've been in a funk for sure, but I'm not a big Columbus fan. I'm getting Vegas at home, laying only $1.50.
A short price.
I'll take the
Vegas.
1 dog and the 1 favorite. Yeah.
I'm not really dialed in. No, I'm not dialed in on it, so I don't want to force it. I was thinking maybe I'll jump in game, but now I'm so involved with this, and I've been clicking in-game so much with this. The one thing I did do, though, is I did click the in-game over of the Utah-Dallas game, and it slowed down, Scott. It's only at 230.5 right now. Dallas have only scored 35 points. Memphis, Utah is 43-35, so they're not really giving us anything, Dallas. It's not really Utah's fault. They've got 43, but Dallas only 35 points. And the Bulls in heat still. Condensation on the court. Still, how it started.
How is it too warm outside?
I would assume they're not playing tonight. It's pretty late
cool
on the East. It's getting late for out there. I'm on the West Coast, but can't start the game at 11 o'clock for fans and stuff. At some point, you got to shut it down.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. FanDuel's got it listed as 8:50, but so supposedly they're going to start in a couple of minutes. But I doubt that. I don't know.
8:50 local time, so that'd be 2 minutes.
Yeah, local
it's 9:50. Yeah.
I mean, it's cold outside, or it's warm inside.
It's warm. It's unusually warm. It's humid. Warm. They're saying it's too humid. Yeah. It says humid weather conditions have caused condensation.
Wow. How crazy is that? Yeah, those NBA, but the NBA players are like, nah, we're not playing. No way. They don't want to play when it's normal conditions, let alone, any chance of them, getting injured.
Oh, big play. 3rd and 7 for Miami. Oh, boy.
All right. Back underway.
I'm watching right now, Scott. I'm clicking around here. They literally have 30 people with mops and towels on the flight. You got players with towels doing it themselves.
You're a multi-billion-dollar operation. You can't go out and go get yourself a couple of mops that we.
You literally have a bunch of players that look like they spilt a beer. Like they got a towel with their foot. Like they're not bending down. They're doing with their foot. They're sort of wiping the floor up.
When I used to cover the U.S. Open in tennis, that was pretty funny sight. Whenever they'd have like a rain delay, they'd get like 25, ball boys or whatever. They'd all be on their hands and knees with towels. Yeah, just drying
scrubbing the
court.
floor. Yeah,
it was the funniest looking thing. It's like, oh my goodness, you should come to my house.
Don't you just put a tarp out instead of making these kids scrub with a towel?
yeah. What are you doing, man? Get a blow.
So Miami gets the first down on 3rd and 7, and then a pretty nice pickup, and then they get super aggressive. They throw a bomb. I'm not going to say pass interference, but the Big Ten refs are kind of known for letting stuff go a little bit. So it is a Big Ten officiating crew tonight, just for the record. But it's 2nd and 10 at midfield. We expect this game to open up, but there's a big play. They just picked up like wow. 35-yard line, Scott. Let the track meet begin, bro. This is just going to be a track meet, I think, now.
Once they get to 2 scores, a 2-score lead, then it's like, okay, you know what? Enough of the running game. Yeah, you got to run every once in a while, but let's go. Chambliss, you know what? Backyard football. Go do what you do best. Scramble around. Don't drop back. Don't take any sacks, and just create some offense. So
we got a whole new field goal. There's different ways of looking at it. It depends on what angle you're on. Yeah. There doesn't seem to be too many under-bettors amongst us here, right?
Yeah.
But I'm saying if you're Ole Miss, you don't want to fall behind 24-13. Like 20, you know what I mean? You keep it 7, okay, right? And it's not that bad. You're sort of just trading punches with them, but you don't want to start playing from behind from too much.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be intentional grounding coming up. This could be a big thing on Miami here. Yeah, intentional grounding on Beck.
Okay. That's cool. Lost them down and the yards. We'll take that. All right, Phil, let's see if we get a stop here. Of course, a little field goal try.
Okay, Dubs has to go back to his roots. I'm not a Jets fan, I'm not a Giants fan, and neither one of those teams even play in New York. But I'm a New Yorker through and through, despite where my mail gets sent. And I will not stand for the Jets to be dragged through the mud in this way. Not gonna happen. So Dante Moore, if you do leave, you should be so lucky to fly the plane.
Game time decisions, only on SportsGrid.
Who are we looking at? We're looking at SGA because of its availability and consistency. It's Jalen Brown to do his usage and his leadership. It's Jaylen Brown for how they're playing. It's Cade Cunningham because Detroit's in the top of the East. The MVP talk is going to be wild, and it'll be interesting to watch. MVPs just don't dominate. They survive the season.
Pro basketball today, only on SportsGrid.
Maybe the fact was that the kicker just blew a 44-yard field goal. Now, by the way, I feel horrible for this kid, Tyler Loop, who made every single field goal this season 44 yards or less. But the extra point that was missed just before that by Chris Boswell was the only extra point that he missed all season long. So did they bless that same holy water when Boswell missed the extra point? Come on, guys. Let's get it.
Newswire, only on SportsGrid.
The Steelers get their touchdown, and they miss the extra point. It was Lamar Jackson who made the plays to get the Ravens into what should have been easy field goal territory. So explain to me how in the world we can look at last night's game as, well, there you go, can't trust Lamar Jackson.
The Craig Carton Show, only on SportsGrid.
All right, welcome back in Game Live here on the grid. Scott and Gabe, some good news. That intentional grounding did in Miami. They settled for a 51-yard field goal attempt. No good. So, Ole Miss gets the ball back, down 4, Gabe, 17-13. They make the stand. It wasn't pretty, but the bottom line is they got the ball with a chance to take the lead. Helped out by, again, another bad – and listen, it was a bad penalty. It's one thing about the intentional groundings I don't like. They're really not being punished because the guy was going to be sacked. So, and obviously it's a loss, so down. So you're not really getting anything more than just – if he would have been sacked, same thing. 2nd and 22. They got to really make it,
should be
4 yards on top of that or something.
No, it should be a loss of down where you lose the down. You go to the next down and you lose the yards, in my opinion. It's that egregious.
They do that. They give you loss of down, but and they mark it as a sack, from where you were being tackled. But that would have been the case if he was sacked. Like there's no risk.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's not enough of a punishment. Yeah, it's not enough. Right. It's not enough of a punishment for it.
Yeah.
You know what? The other night,
penalty on top of the sack is what they should do. So
the other night, I would hit him with another down loss. But the other night, it was wild in the World Junior Hockey Championships. It came down to like penalty shots. So they go to overtime. They're in penalty shots, but. So they're in penalty shot, but it wasn't in overtime yet. It was a penalty shot in the game, Scott. So it's so bizarre. So it was a penalty shot in the game. The guy had the goalie beat, but the goalie tripped the player. Right? The goalie tripped the player on the penalty shot. Yeah. So it was like, wow, everyone, but the puck didn't go in. So he tripped him and he saved it. And the coach is flipping out. They're like, dude, like, what happens? And it was a redo. And then the second time, it got stopped. And people were flipping out. People were like, it should be an automatic goal, or like it should be a 2-minute penalty or something. Like it just shouldn't be a redo, because if you're a goalie, you got nothing to lose, Scott, right? So imagine you get deked out, you're a goalie, and somehow he tripped the guy. And they were like, whoa. And they were like, and it took like 5-10 minutes. It was one of those, no one knew. Like even the coaches were like, what now? And they were like, well, it's a redo. And the coach was mad after. He was like, no, man, it should be like a goal. Like it should be an automatic goal. Like it's already a penalty shot. I had never seen that in my life, Scott. Even the announcer said, Mike Johnson, he goes, because I played in the NHL for 13 years, guys. I never seen this in my life. Like, he goes, I don't even know what to do here. He goes, I don't know the rule. I've never seen this before.
Wow. And they do have rules. If you throw your stick at a puck, that's an automatic goal. You know, it's not like they don't have automatic goals. So
I just love the irony of a penalty on a penalty shot. Like the goal somehow tripped the guy.
At least get a 2-minute penalty after the penalty shot, right? Maybe do that even.
Oh, I tell you what. Trinidad Chambliss is lucky. He's almost been intercepted twice. We saw it at the end of the first half. Miami came very close to a pick six. And right now, similar situation. Chambliss is a little off right now. He just threw the ball, and the Miami kids are anticipating his passes. They're going to have to shake it up a little bit. But they're on the Miami 35-yard line right now, Scott. This is big. We could have a game for real here. If Ole Miss could get a 2017 lead, this game becomes a lot of fun.
Yeah. And I just saw Lacey warming up on the sidelines. Now, I don't think he's entered the game, but he gave the coach a handshake there, one of those high fives or low fives. I think he's got to get back in there for you, Gabe.
Yeah, you know what? He's got a sleeve, and there he is. He's on the field right now on 3rd and 10.
Right.
So as I retweeted this right now, he's basically got treatment, and he's got like a athletic sort of sleeve, one of those tighten the calf up type thing. So he's wearing a black sleeve on one of his legs right now, but he's going to give it a go. He's on the field right now on 3rd and 10.
All right. You almost want him, from a big gambling. You get 5 yards and then just say you can't do it anymore, coach. That's it. Let me end with
it's all yards. I need. I got over 79.5. I got 5 more.
Yeah.
I see people online are crying about it as well. It's like the bet of the century right now, the story. Everyone's got 77.5. They got a better number to me. But people are like, this will be the worst beat ever. It's 77.5. I have Lacey. Nearly another interception here, Scott. Look, they are freaking lucky. That one was not intercepted. Yeah. Man, they got to stop relying on this kid. Now, Lucas Canero's got to make another one here. Here's a 52-yard attempt. I mean, this kid's not Superman.
10. They're going to go for it again, or go for the field goal again.
Oh, it's off the upright. No good. Son of a.
Wow.
They trade missed field goal.
All right. Miami.
Okay, Dubs has to go back to his roots. I'm not a Jets fan, I'm not a Giants fan, and neither one of those teams even play in New York. But I'm a New Yorker through and through, despite where my mail gets sent. And I will not stand for the Jets to be dragged through the mud in this way. Not gonna happen. So Dante Moore, if you do leave, you should be so lucky to fly the plane.
Game time decisions. Only on SportsGrid.
Who are we looking at? We're looking at SGA because of his availability and consistency. It's Jalen Brunson doing his usage and his leadership. It's Jaylen Brown for how they're playing. It's Cade Cunningham because Detroit's in the top of the East. The MVP talk is going to be wild, and it'll be interesting to watch. MVPs just don't dominate. They survive the season.
Pro basketball today. Only on SportsGrid.
Maybe the fact was that the kicker just blew a 44-yard field goal. Now, by the way, I feel horrible for this kid, Tyler Loop, who made every single field goal this season 44 yards or less. But the extra point that was missed just before that by Chris Boswell was the only extra point that he missed all season long. So did they bless that same holy water when Boswell missed the extra point? Come on, guys. Let's get it.
Newswire. Only on SportsGrid.
The Steelers get their touchdown, and they miss the extra point. It was Lamar Jackson who made the plays to get the Ravens into what should have been easy field goal territory. So explain to me how in the world we can look at last night's game as, well, there you go, can't trust Lamar Jackson.
The Craig Carton Show. Only on SportsGrid.
All right, welcome back. It is in-game live game day here on the grid. Second half college football underway. Welcome in. Hour number, what are we, three and a half here. Scott Wetzel, Gabriel Morency until the end of the college football semifinal game. Pretty good game so far. You know, nothing egregious, nothing crazy. A couple little quirks here and there, but back and forth. It looks like Miami, probably should be leading by a little bit more than what they are. They're up 4. They have the football after Ole Miss just missed a 51-yard field goal try. So it's 17-13 Miami. Updated line 6.5 for Miami, and the over/under is 52.5. So both teams with an opportunity there, both missing field goals to start the second half, and then we got ourselves a halfway decent football game, right? No matter what side you're on, Gabe, at this point, even the under is still very much in play from the original number. And if you had Miami, you're leading by 4. If you have Ole Miss, you're in the game, obviously. So not a bad football game to be watching and betting on.
Yeah, a little disappointing with the missed field goals if you're an over better, but it kind of happened so fast that there really wasn't that much damage done as far as the total is concerned. Sitting at 51.5 right now, still 10.5 left in the third quarter. But you can't, if you're Ole Miss right now, Scott, there is a theme to this game. Trinidad Chambliss and the Ole Miss passing attack is not much of an attack, is it, tonight?
No.
Like literally every ball he throws, we talk about Carson Beck nearly getting intercepted or waiting for the interception to happen. Dude, Chambliss has been dodging bullets all game. There's a pick six writing itself, waiting to happen right now. You know what I mean? And he keeps on, they're Miami are anticipating. It's not like he's throwing the ball to them. It's like they're anticipating it well. And they got to shake it up because Miami are all over their wide receivers. And then, literally, it's been 3 or 4 times that it could have been an interception. You saw on that tip ball where he threw it into triple coverage. They've got to find a way to get the passing attack going. Their defense is holding strong. And, I'm just saying, their kicker, I trust him. You go back to him again, Scott, but he's not Superman. Every drive, you can't expect him to make a 58 or a 52-yarder at the end of it.
Yeah. And you think about it from Ole Miss's standpoint, not to not count a 73-yard touchdown run, but you got a 73-yard touchdown
we have
run.
to count. Yeah, they haven't done much without that. If you take that away,
yeah, you got a 58-yard field goal to close out the first half. You had no business doing, right, because Miami had the ball. I mean, you really, 13 points. You've had one field goal drive. That's really, that's it for them. But
the numbers aren't pretty. Time of possession, stats, like Trinidad Chambliss, it's 12 and 19 for 104 yards. He's got 3 carries for 11 yards. Carson Beck is doing it with his legs. He just ran for another first down for them. But this is where it's evil. And we were talking with Colby earlier, and he said, did he bet on the Carson Beck prop? Carson Beck yards rushing now, Scott, despite the fact he just picked up a first down, is -6.
Yeah. I don't bet props for quarterbacks in college.
Me neither.
Because you get sacked and it's taken away from you.
Not unless the dude never gets sacked and he runs for 200 yards a game type. Like an Army-Navy quarter, like Blake Horvath I did. You know what I mean?
Right.
He doesn't get sacked, right? There's certain dudes, they don't get sacked. He's going to whatever. But, like, dude, it's so frustrating because Carson Beck has probably ran for, like, 30 yards for real tonight, 35, and he's -6.
Yeah. Even Chambliss, 3 carries for -11 because he's been sacked a couple times. So you'll never get big numbers, like you said.
I don't know why that rule exists. I don't know. Do you have an explanation for why this rule exists besides they want to screw bettors over?
Because you know why? It's an old school rule, and they run so many play options. Is it a run or is it a pass? And I don't think they count on the statistician to be able to figure out, is that really a run or is that really a pass? If they separate the yardage, if it's a sack, then it doesn't count, and it's too hard in college. So that's why they did that.
I think they just don't want to get beat because it would be too easy. So my deal is, why don't you just set a higher number then? If you know what I mean, set a higher number instead of including the sack. Because a lot of these quarterback rush yard props are very easy, but you take into equation these sacks, and then it's a whole new ball game. So Miami are chipping away here. Like I said, Carson Beck ran for a first down. There's Fletcher, with hard-earned yards. They're just sort of, it's not pretty for Miami, Scott, but they're doing the job right now. At this rate, they're going to win this football game.
Yeah, slow and methodical. They only got the 1 3 and out. That was before the first half ended. Other than that, they moved the ball. They punted a couple times, but as far as really being like 3 and out, you just wonder when Ole Miss's defense, time of possession, which is key for future, 29.5 to 8.5. We're not even 8.5, 8 minutes, 14
How
seconds.
can you win a game like this? Like, it's, unless you score on some big play every time you touch the ball, but they're not doing that.
Yeah. I mean,
no excuses, but you have to wonder. I mean, imagine if Kawhi Lacey didn't miss the second quarter and he popped a couple of other big runs for them. It did hurt them, but it's football. You can't, there's no excuses. All right, one of your running backs is out. You got to deal with it, right? It is what it is. But here's a penalty on Miami. Are beating themselves, though, aren't they? Every time they can sort of deliver a knockout punch, Scott, you get a penalty on them. And, like, if you can hold them to a field goal attempt here, it'd be massive for you. And maybe the kid misses again, actually.
Yeah. Listen, he's at the 42, so that would be a 60-yarder. So they still probably need one more first down. Hopefully you don't get it.
Second and 13.
Yeah.
Second and 13.
Third and 13 now. All right.
Yeah, they just dropped it. They're lucky. Drop passes. Getting a little sloppy here in the third quarter. Both teams. A lot of little sloppy execution on both sides.
If we get an incompletion here, will they punt? From the 42, I mean, you'd have to, right?
Good question.
13?
They're in nowhere's land, right? Harder. You don't want to, but you almost go for it.
13 yards.
It's Cristobal. He'll try to pin them, though. You're right.
Yeah.
It's 3rd and 13. Miami, the way they've been calling this all playoff, Scott, I think they're going to do a little dump off and just try to, make this like a 53-yarder or something.
Right.
Let's see. And here's Beck scrambling again. This is dangerous. He's been good at it. Man. Now they got a decision. He just picked up like 12 yards of it. It's 4th and 1 right. Beck has killed these teams with his legs in the playoffs. All the talk about Beck. He's made plays with his legs.
Man. Now what do you do? 4th and 1, you got to go for it.
They're going to go for it.
Yeah.
It's 4th and 2 officially, but they're going for it, Scott. Yeah.
Yeah. They're not.
Wow,
going to
it's a big play. Don't jump offside, guys. But Miami have been very successful in these short yardage situations. You know, they're just going to hand it off. They do. And they plow forward easily and pick it up.
Yeah. I'm telling you, if they ran every play, I think they would win this game hands down. I know Becker's had a good game, don't get me wrong, but just like off tackle, keep it simple. Our
they
offensive
can't stop it, Ole Miss. You see it. They just can't stop it.
I mean,
we talked about it. Listen, I bet on Fletcher over. I don't want to jinx this because he's at 95, and I got over 95.5. So we've already seen this with Lacey. I need a couple more yards. But Fletcher's got 95. But as a team, they ran for 144. So, like, the dominance on the ground has been a problem. They're just pounding the rock right now. But we've talked about this. Miami have been very good at moving the ball down the field and have had hard times punching it in the end zone. So we'll see what happens on this drive. But suddenly, Scott, the total is kind of dropping as nobody has scored. It's down to 49.5 now. Nothing has happened in the third quarter. Those missed six points left on the field.
Yeah. It's, what do you have? You're down to 4.5 minutes. This drive is just, they're keeping it on the ground, chewing up clock. I tell you, it is amazing when you don't stop the clock after first downs like they used to do. It's sometimes some of these games just fly by.
They go a lot faster than they used to college games. Like years ago, guys, the BCS bowl game or these like Rose Bowls, they'd be like 5 hours, like literally. Yeah. Like it'd be like 40, 44, 43, or 41, or like track meet game. Clock stops after every first down. They used to have like both bands play at the half. The half times are pretty streamlined now, right? Yeah. Like they've really sort of tightened it up. It's like 3.5 hours, like 4 hour max now, these college games instead of 5.
Yeah, they're not bad. They haven't been into long ones. All right, 3rd and 7 at the Mississippi 19-yard line. Each play will let you know what they do.
Oh, boy. It's getting real. That clock is ticking.
Yeah.
OK Dubs has to go back to his roots. I'm not a Jets fan, I'm not a Giants fan, and neither one of those teams even play in New York. But I'm a New Yorker through and through, despite where my mail gets sent. And I will not stand for the Jets to be dragged through the mud in this way. Not gonna happen. So Dante Moore, if you do leave, you should be so lucky to fly the plane.
Game time decisions, only on SportsGrid.
Who are we looking at? We're looking at SGA because of its availability and consistency. It's Jalen Brown to do his usage and his leadership. It's Jalen Brown for how they're playing. It's Cade Cunningham because Detroit's in the top of the East. The MVP talk is going to be wild, and it'll be interesting to watch. MVPs just don't dominate. They survive the season.
Pro basketball today, only on SportsGrid.
Maybe the fact was that the kicker just blew a 44-yard field goal. Now, by the way, I feel horrible for this kid, Tyler Luke, who made every single field goal this season 44 yards or less. But the extra point that was missed just before that by Chris Boswell was the only extra point that he missed all season long. So did they bless that same holy water when Boswell missed the extra point? Come on, guys. Let's get it.
Newswire, only on SportsGrid.
The Steelers get their touchdown, and they miss the extra point. It was Lamar Jackson who made the plays to get the Ravens into what should have been easy field goal territory. So explain to me how in the world we can look at last night's game as, well, there you go, can't trust Lamar Jackson.
The Craig Carton Show, only on SportsGrid.
We were waiting for Carson Beck to turn back into Carson Beck. How about that?
It wasn't his fault, Scott. It wasn't his fault.
Yeah,
it wasn't his fault. It was the receiver's fault, actually.
That's one of those plays, Gabe, where the Jet fan is saying, not even that could happen one time this year. Not even a deflected ball.
No. That was the best bet in football. I only caught on to it around week 9 or so, but I did ride that for a while. San Francisco weren't much better, actually. San Francisco went like 13. Yeah, they were right there with them. But it's ironic, isn't it, Scott? The football gods. Number one, Mississippi missed a field goal, but I didn't bring it up at the time. But remember, Miami missed the kick. You and I talked about it. We're old enough to know Miami have been cursed by this over the years, right? Like in big games, kicks, weird uprights, weird things happen to them in big games, Miami. Ole Miss have dodged like 6 bullets. Trinidad Chambliss has nearly had 3 pick sixes, but the kids on Miami drop the ball every time. They've nearly intercepted him 10 times, it seems. Every time he throws the ball, the kids on Ole Miss deflected in the air. It was a miracle the last time you saw the triple coverage that somehow Miami didn't intercept it. And the first time the ball gets tipped in the air, Ole Miss comes up with it. The football gods just sort of threw them a lifeline, Scott. They're like, you're still in it, right? The ball popped in the air and was like, all right, catch it, kid. And he did. And I hate that rule. I've talked about it. When a guy goes down and no one touches him, he could have returned it. No one was around him, but he fell down when he caught it. Hate that rule in college, that you're automatically down without being touched. It's so stupid.
Yeah, I don't know why they came up with that one. The other one, I can explain away. It used to be too hard to figure out if it was a runner or a pass.
It wasn't the receiver, because I had the sound up, and they said that the receiver around the wrong wasn't where he was supposed to be. They were like, oh, that's actually on the receiver, but I don't really see. I mean, the kid on Ole Miss got his paw up and it hit the ball. I mean,
how do they know what route it was supposed to be anyway?
Yeah.
Right?
Let's see if Ole Miss can do something. First play they do, Scott, it looked crisp, actually. They rolled him out. Nice, crisp play. Chambliss, you've got to get in the championship mode, kid. You were a national champion. You won the championship at Ferris State last year. Dial it up. This is why you're here. Dial it up. Get that confidence going.
There's two, I wouldn't say bad beats, but there are two things that are leaning right now that if they don't have.
Well, Lacey.
Miami should be.
He's on the field right now, though. Yeah. Oh, if you're a Miami better, you want to be sick if Ole Miss scored here, but they got to score.
Yeah. And
if you're an over better like myself, it's not fun. It's not a 44.5 now.
Yeah, 44.5. I mean, we should have so many more points in this game between the missed field goals, and there's been a lot of drives in this game. This has not been a 1 or 2 possession,
Here's another
opportunities.
Another near interception that Ole Miss are lucky it's not an interception. They went for the jugular. They threw a bomb towards the end zone. And look, the kid on Miami should have intercepted and he dropped it. It's wild. It's how many chances are you going to get, Chambliss? You got to be careful with the football, man.
2nd and 10. All right. He's got a gun for an arm. I don't know how this kid was in Division II, Gabe. I don't know if it was a academic thing or
I thought he was too small.
I don't know. He wanted to stay home, maybe be close to his family or something like that. What's that?
Too small.
Too small? You could throw the ball like that. I tell you what.
Yeah, but there's a million, like we talk about. There's a million kids out there that can throw the ball. They don't get a shot, right? They don't get a chance. Right? There's a lot of schools, but it's not that easy to get a quarterback job anywhere. So, thing is, Ferris State, Scott, as you know, or if you don't, or people tuning in, good school. They're a perennial power. They've won 6 champ. They are the kingpins of Division II. These guys.
Oof, I'm just seeing a missed interception right in the guy's
that's hand. What I said. That's what I'm saying.
Goodness.
They're really dodging bullets. They're really lucky that the DBs, if Miami lose this game, these kids, the defensive backs on Miami, are going to have nightmares about how many interceptions that they dropped. I know they say, well, that's why you're a DB, but the thing is, they're tipped balls, Scott. That last one you saw, it was tipped right to him. It was dude, all you got to do is catch it. You know what happened?
It was tipped by somebody else. So it wasn't even
tipped by his teammate.
The catch or went off his hands.
It was tipped by his teammate.
In the air like a 10-year-old could have caught that ball.
Yeah, but you know what it was? He started looking for the return right away, you could see.
Yeah, that was it.
He actually got cocky, and he kind of looked like, I'm going to catch this, and I'm going to run here with it. And he ended up sort of, juggling it a bit. Yeah. See, Chambliss just threw a fastball that no one can catch out of bounds, but they are moving the ball. Yeah, so 2nd and 10 on the Miami 37-yard line. And the kicker is good. Yeah, he did miss a kick, but he is good, the kid on Mississippi. He was a 52-yarder. He hit the upright. They're getting 3.5 right now. We've been talking so much about the total. I think Ole Miss are in this game, bro. I think, like, if they lose, I don't think it's by 4. I think they're still going to cover.
Yeah. I wonder, there's still plenty of time. If this drive stalls, do they go for a field goal? Probably, right? You have to. But 3rd and 10 now. 37, you're looking at a 54-yard field goal or so. 53.
He made a 58-yarder.
Yeah.
He made a 58-yarder. He missed a 52-yarder. He made a 56-yarder last week. You got to get a little closer, though. Like we said, he's not Superman. You don't want to put too much pressure on this kid.
Yeah.
3rd and 10 right now. I don't like the call, Scott. They're getting too aggressive. Like, they keep on throwing these bombs right now. It's like, guys, just move the ball. Like, you know what I mean? Don't, you just stop with the big plays all the time, wanting big plays.
Hey, you don't have time to throw the big plays. Just do the little, 5-yard outs. Throw a screen. I'm a big screen guy. How about a nice little screen to offset that pass rush? Let them all come on in. Yeah, come on in. Come get me. And then just dump it over their head, and you got open field.
Chambliss, I thought Chambliss could get away here. He was under pressure. He's really not taking off all night. There was a lot of green space ahead of him, but it was a nice play by the kid on Miami. He spun him around, and we got another epically long field goal attempt here. It's like an NFL game with these kids.
Yeah.
Here's a 54-yard attempt for him.
He got it.
Let's see.
Wow.
God, it doesn't look like it's going in, and oh my God, it hits the upright and goes in this time. It hit the upright again. Dude, the last one that didn't make it that hit the upright actually looked like it was a good kick. This one had no chance from the start. I was like, oh my God, he shanked it. I don't know how the hell that went in. Look at the trajectory of that football.
OK Dubs has to go back to his roots. I'm not a Jets fan, I'm not a Giants fan, and neither one of those teams even play in New York. But I'm a New Yorker through and through, despite where my mail gets sent. And I will not stand for the Jets to be dragged through the mud in this way. Not gonna happen. So Dante Moore, if you do leave, you should be so lucky to fly the plane.
Game time decisions, only on SportsGrid.
Who are we looking at? We're looking at SGA because of his availability and consistency. It's Jalen Brunson doing his usage and his leadership. It's Jaylen Brown for how they're playing. It's Cade Cunningham because Detroit's in the top of the East. The MVP talk is going to be wild, and it'll be interesting to watch. MVPs just don't dominate. They survive the season.
Pro basketball today, only on SportsGrid.
Maybe the fact was that the kicker just blew a 44-yard field goal. Now, by the way, I feel horrible for this kid, Tyler Loop, who made every single field goal this season 44 yards or less. But the extra point that was missed just before that by Chris Boswell was the only extra point that he missed all season long. So did they bless that same holy water when Boswell missed the extra point? Come on, guys. Let's get it.
Newswire, only on SportsGrid.
The Steelers get their touchdown, and they miss the extra point. It was Lamar Jackson who made the plays to get the Ravens into what should have been easy field goal territory. So explain to me how in the world we can look at last night's game as, well, there you go, can't trust Lamar Jackson.
The Craig Carton Show, only on SportsGrid.
All right, welcome back in Game Live, Game Day here on the Grid. So, last leaving you with a field goal, 54 yards in our college football semifinals is good. So it's 17-16 now. Miami does still have the lead. Here's really the key point of that. Obviously, you won 3 points, and now you're only less than a field goal away from taking the lead. But now, Gabe, if Ole Miss gives up a touchdown, and as long as they don't go for 2, you're still only down 1 score. That's one of the reasons why
you're within striking distance.
Yeah, you're no matter what happens from here, you're only going to be down 1 score. Consider you get the touchdown to 2-point conversion. So that's big. That's real big. Lines are down to 2.5 and 45.5. So
what I'm not a fan of, and I did jump in on Ole Miss again at plus 3.5 there, but I'm not a fan now, Scott, of the fact that it's uneven now, 17-16.
Right.
If you're an over better, you never like these crooked numbers, man. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you always overtime, 20-20, next thing you know, 27-27, you're 54, etc. Now the score is all weird. Like with a 1-point game. We'll see what happens on this drive, but the total gets kind of bizarre world now, but it's set into 2 touchdowns now. The new total is 45.5, I see. So we're at 32, 14 would get us there. Do you think there's going to be touchdowns? It kind of feels like this is tightening up, to be honest, and the defenses could start to tighten up and becomes a field goal fest. Like maybe the next touchdown wins type deal.
My touchdown for each team, each half is not looking as good. But I'll say this, if Miami does score, like I said, they'll take a 24-16 lead, and then that leaves Ole Miss for a touchdown 2-point conversion, and you go to overtime tied at 28 or 24.
Wow.
48 points. So Fletcher, it's not that off. 2 points would be off.
Just picked up like another massive chunk. He's up to 110 yards. We gave him over 95.5 to you earlier. He's just been he's been a machine, man, in the playoffs. All 3 games he's gone over his prop, his rushing yard prop.
He's 18 for $110. I'm telling you, I would just hand the ball off. Hey, you know what? I'm going to run it 3 times.
They kind of do. But like I said, when they get to like the tighter spot around the 20, the 50, whatever, that's when they got a problem, right? Mississippi have been able to sort of tighten it up in a tight spot, and they're challenging Miami to throw the ball in those spots, and Miami doesn't really want to do it.
Yeah. They're averaging 4 yards a carry, but that's a little misleading because that includes the Carson Beck sacks and stuff. So if you took Beck out of the equation, they got basically 32, 33 carries for 162 yards. So it's like well over 5 yards a carry. Right around 5 yards, 5 point something. That's
we
good
should
clip.
just look at the running backs average. Like, throw Becks out.
And the big thing also for Miami is like they don't have any 70-yard run to really skew the numbers. Their longest run is 19 yards. I mean, they're just gaining 5, 6, 7 yards every single carry.
So after 3 quarters of play, I want to see the time of possession now. 33:50 to 11:10. Oh my God. It's a miracle that this game is 17-16. If we read you the stats to this game, you'd be like, all right, like name the score. Be a fun game show. Name the score of this football game. Miami has 19 first downs. Ole Miss has 11 first downs. Ole Miss is 0 for 7 on 3rd down. Oof. 0 for 7 on 3rd down. Miami are 8 of 15. Miami are 2 for 2 on 4th down. Ole Miss have not gone for it on 4th down. Miami have 337 total yards to Ole Miss's 227. 175 passing yards to 153. 162 rushing yards compared to 74. Time of possession, 33:50 to 11:10. One negative for them. They're kind of beating themselves. I brought it up earlier, Scott. 7 penalties for Miami, only 2 for Ole Miss.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of false start penalties. You talked about Montana State the other night. They're up to like 5 false starts tonight, I think.
Yeah. Those are the two stats that are keeping Ole Miss in the game. Penalties against Miami and the 1 turnover. When they were in position.
Turnover, missed field goal. Missed field goal and a turnover in the red zone. So 2 basically non-scores in the red zone, let's call it.
Yeah. Still, they should, even with that, though, they should still be lead by more than 1.
Oh, it's a miracle if you're Ole Miss looking at the box score. This is ugly as hell, and you're hanging on for dear life at 17-16 right now.
0 for 7 on 3rd downs, and they punted on all the 4th down. They don't have a 4th down try. So
That's wild. They 0 for 7, guys.
Yeah.
Like, think of the numbers. They're 0 for 7 on third down and have had the ball for 11 minutes, and we're going into the fourth quarter, and it's a 1-point game somehow.
Yeah. This has got, you hate to say it if you're a Miami fan, but this has got a
What,
Miami.
the crystal ball?
Whoa, it really does. Yeah.
Okay, Dubs has to go back to his roots. I'm not a Jets fan, I'm not a Giants fan, and neither one of those teams even play in New York. But I'm a New Yorker through and through, despite where my mail gets sent. And I will not stand for the Jets to be dragged through the mud in this way. Not gonna happen. So Dante Moore, if you do leave, you should be so lucky to fly the plane.
Game time decisions. Only on SportsGrid.
Who are we looking at? We're looking at SGA because of its availability and consistency. It's Jalen Brunson doing his usage and his leadership. It's Jaylen Brown for how they're playing. It's Cade Cunningham because Detroit's in the top of the East. The MVP talk is going to be wild, and it'll be interesting to watch. MVPs just don't dominate. They survive the season.
Pro basketball today. Only on SportsGrid.
Maybe the fact was that the kicker just blew a 44-yard field goal. Now, by the way, I feel horrible for this kid, Tyler Loop, who made every single field goal this season 44 yards or less. But the extra point that was missed just before that by Chris Boswell was the only extra point that he missed all season long. So did they bless that same holy water when Boswell missed the extra point? Come on, guys. Let's get it.
Newswire. Only on SportsGrid.
The Steelers get their touchdown, and they miss the extra point. It was Lamar Jackson who made the plays to get the Ravens into what should have been easy field goal territory. So explain to me how in the world we can look at last night's game as, well, there you go, can't trust Lamar Jackson.
The Craig Carton Show. Only on SportsGrid.
All right, welcome back in Game Live. I don't know how it happened. I was fiddling around my headphones and stuff, but all I see, Gabe, is 4th and 19 for Miami at their own 43-yard line.
Miami.
So,
We're moving the
What
ball. They were doing their thing.
Yeah.
They threw a ball. They dumped it off. Tony turned it into a gain. They ran the ball. They go like the 45-yard line or so, and Ole Miss popped them with a big sack and then jammed them again, actually, and forced them into a 4th and 20. So they finally flipped the script, guys. That was the quickest drive of the game for Miami, Scott. Like, they literally had the ball for, like, how long? I want to see technically how long they had the ball for, like, a minute, like, type thing. Like, Ole Miss had the ball back right away. It's exactly what they needed to do. So we got a 7. You can feel the tension growing. Like, I'm putting the sound up during our breaks, just sort of get the atmosphere. Sounds like a pro Ole Miss crowd in there. There's more Ole Miss fans, but I'm enjoying this game. For betting purposes, I wish there were more points, but just from a pure football standpoint, you can feel the intensity. But at the same point in time, I think Indiana beats either one of these teams.
yeah.
And kind of easily.
I'm not really rooting for either team, but I'm probably going to bet Oregon tomorrow, though. Yeah, it's old school. If that Indiana team was in USC, Michigan, Ohio State, whatever uniforms, I'd be all over.
You'd fall for it. You'd buy. They got to prove it to you still. You're not buying it.
No, I'm not buying it. I'm just
like if it was a 14-0 Michigan or Ohio State, you'd be like, oh yeah, these guys are great. Yeah,
absolutely right. But what do we got? Ranton Angelel. We got Michael Penix for a year or two. That's basically
not more than one 3-star recruit on defense. But bro, I mean,
yeah,
they're pretty damn good, man.
They are, though. They are really good. It's amazing. So, but you want to give kind of like tonight, though. If Miami was a 3.5-point underdog, I probably would have taken Miami. So if Oregon was a 3.5-point favorite, I'd probably take Indiana. But you want to give me over a field goal? Buy the hook. I buy the hook. Get it up to 4.
Hey, I picked Oregon to win it all before the playoffs started, and I'm abandoning ship. I'm a traitor.
Why are you abandoning ship? You're in the semifinals. Why would you abandon ship? They've looked okay.
I know. I don't think they can beat Indiana.
Yeah, even after losing to them, which gives you a little mental edge, not even mental. We throw that out the window, right? Just the edge of, all right, now I know what they can do and what they can't do.
I brought it up earlier.
How to attack them. He's a good head coach.
You remember, it wasn't that long ago. I wasn't that long ago, so you remember Dan Lanning in Oregon. It was only 2 years ago, right? Bo Nix, Michael Penix, Washington, Oregon. Lanning lost 2 times in a row. He lost the last game of the year, and then he lost the conference championship. So it's sort of do you think Oregon will win a game outright? I mean, maybe they cover. I was thinking Indiana are that balanced on both sides of the ball. Like, they're pretty much perfect. Like, they really are. I mean, they throw for 229 yards a game. They run for 221. Like, you can't get more balanced than that. And but like, if you did that alone, like if you said, oh, this team runs for 220 a game, you'd be like, wow. It's like, oh, yeah, and they have the Heisman Trophy winner quarterback who throws for 229 a game. I mean, they're racking up 450 yards a game on you. They're not flashy, but you don't think of being flashy, but they do. So, like, you know what? We can't get there. So Lacey's in the game, and he can't get over the number. So he's at 77 right now. He just got lit up. Stop, but he is on the field. This is unbelievable.
He's had 2 carries, too, since he's returned. So
they're being deep, too. They're on their 10-yard line. They got to get the ball out of here. Otherwise, Miami are going to be in field goal range pretty quickly. Oh, and the kid gets the first down. Oh, that's a terrible spot, ref. Whoa.
3rd and 1. No good?
Yeah, I don't like this spot. They got to take a look at this. Let me see the replay. They don't show replays ever. They're not showing a replay. Unless the kid went out of bounds and I didn't see his foot, but he definitely, ran for the first down late there. That's a bad, non-check. They haven't reviewed anything in this game.
Yeah. All right, 3rd and 1.
And I was going to say he doesn't get it. I was going to get really angry, but Lacey fights for it and gets it, Scott. Oh.
Right. All right. That's huge. That's huge.
And now is he over his number? Is he finally at 80?
That's right. It's your boy Lacey. Yeah.
I got over. He's at 79. I got over 79 and a half.
Oof, they only gave him 2 yards on that.
Wow. 5 carries, 79. This is just painful, Scott, getting.
I mean, listen,
he's had 3 carries, guys. He's got 3 carries and he's got 4 yards. 4 yards on 3 carries in the second half.
Yeah. I mean, now you're in a position where you got to be throwing the ball. But there's plenty of time you're going to get something, right?
Ooh, I'm worried they're going to say, listen, you're just not feeling it. I'm like, you're not feeling it. We're going to go to Diggs here. Like, you don't have that burst. Like, you know what I mean? Like, all right, he just played. All right, hey, there's Lacey for 5 or 6. There's Lacey's. Lacey's for areas. What a stud here. There he is. Even as I say, what a stud, they just zoomed in on his leg with the sleeve on his leg. Good job, kid.
Yeah.
Battling hard here.
Now you want to take it out of the game. You got 83 yards. Don't lose 7 yards. Don't one of those things.
Oh, they give it to him again. Oh, he's starting to feel it. He picks up a first down. Oh, it's the Lacey show now. Here we go.
Nice. We got it at midfield. First down.
He's up to 91 right now. Like I said, he's chunking it up here. 91, just like that. Boom. So not bad, hey, guys? I gave you 2 rushing yards. I gave them both on the pickoff to start here. I said Fletcher over 95.5 and Lacey over 79.5. Boom.
All right. Good job. You get a touchdown.
I knew the running backs would be the keys tonight, Scott. When you get into these real semifinal title games, you knew Cristobal was going to want to man up on these guys and try to keep them off the field. Right. And I knew that Lacey is just that good, and no one ever really talks about him for whatever reason. Right? The kid's got 24, 25 touchdowns now on the year. He's got scored touchdowns in 14 to 15 games. He's got a 73-yard touchdown rush tonight. The kid's a freaking stud. So I was like, 79.5, sign me up. He's going to go over. And wasn't easy, but if he didn't get hurt, guys, he'd probably be at 200 now.
Yeah.
Probably. Watch out, Chambliss.
All right, 3rd and 9. Ugh.
Chambliss just, I didn't like that play. Now we got a 3rd and 9.
Yeah. They had first
Where
down,
are they actually here on the field? Like with their kicker, they're kind of
47. Miami's 47.
They're not close enough.
Yeah. And that's was the end of the game, maybe at
There's a couple of times I thought Chambliss could have ran for it there. There's been a couple of times where Chambliss scrambles and he decides to make a hard pass, like against the grain, against his body or whatnot. I thought he could have scrambled there and picked up more yardage than trying to make that difficult play on the sideline.
Well,
oh, my goodness. He nearly just got lit up. I was like, he's going to get killed. He completes the pass, 1st down, and there's a flag on the play. This better not be taunting. I don't know. It might be taunting. Like, but the thing is, earlier in the game, the kid on Miami turned around and got in somebody's face and got away with it. I don't know if it's a late hit, Scott, but Chambliss did turn around and start mouthing off to someone after the play. Personal foul, no. Hit to the head. Yeah, that's why Chambliss was mouthing off after.
Beautiful.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Miami beating themselves. Yeah. I talked about it earlier. They're just doing it to themselves.
Miami we said it. The 2 stats, penalties and turnovers. Now you're in field goal range. But now you want a touchdown, though. We don't want a field goal here. We want a touchdown.
I'm just seeing the replay. That's not a good call. The guy already launched. That's not a late hit.
Was it a late hit or was it taunting?
Okay, no, you know what? I don't think it was a late. So is it a late hit or no? Are they calling a hit to the head to the wide receiver? Yeah, it's hit to the head to the wide receiver. That's what it is. Okay. Because I was like, come on. Yeah, Chambliss got smoked after the play, but I was like, that's a legal hit. Like, it wasn't the kid, like, launched before, right, as he was throwing it. Yeah, hit to the head. Now I guess they're seeing if it's targeting.
That's a tough penalty. I don't think that was anything egregious either, to be honest. He's just making
and they might kick the kid out of the game. Dude, just call a penalty. Don't kick him out of the game for that. Like,
that really wasn't.
Ruling on the field is targeting.
Wow, he's out of the game.
Suspended for the first half of next week. Just for the record, if you get targeted, you don't play in the first half of the next game.
Okay, Dubs has to go back to his roots. I'm not a Jets fan, I'm not a Giants fan, and neither one of those teams even play in New York. But I'm a New Yorker through and through, despite where my mail gets sent. And I will not stand for the Jets to be dragged through the mud in this way. Not gonna happen. So Dante Moore, if you do leave, you should be so lucky to fly the plane.
Game time decisions, only on SportsGrid.
Who are we looking at? We're looking at SGA because of its availability and consistency. It's Jalen Brunson doing his usage and his leadership. It's Jaylen Brown for how they're playing. It's Cade Cunningham because Detroit's in the top of the East. The MVP talk is going to be wild, and it'll be interesting to watch. MVPs just don't dominate. They survive the season.
Pro basketball today, only on SportsGrid.
Maybe the fact was that the kicker just blew a 44-yard field goal. Now, by the way, I feel horrible for this kid, Tyler Loop, who made every single field goal this season 44 yards or less. But the extra point that was missed just before that by Chris Boswell was the only extra point that he missed all season long. So did they bless that same holy water when Boswell missed the extra point? Come on, guys. Let's get it.
Newswire, only on SportsGrid.
The Steelers get their touchdown, and they miss the extra point. It was Lamar Jackson who made the plays to get the Ravens into what should have been easy field goal territory. So explain to me how in the world we can look at last night's game as, well, there you go, can't trust Lamar Jackson.
The Craig Carton Show, only on SportsGrid.
Wow. Oh, jeez. Oh, brother. We said it. It's only a matter of time before Miami turns back into
Total
being Miami. Implosion.
Total implosion. Okay, but number one, we were at the break. So, what's the kid? Xavier Lucas? What's it? Whatever. The Xavier kid, number
Lucas.
6 on Miami. Xavier Lucas. You and I agreed. Bad call. I'm on Ole Miss.
Bad call.
Dude, you want to call a penalty for a hit to the head? Fine. You kick the kid out of the game. So you kick him out of the game. He can't play in the first half next week in the championship game if they win. Now, that's the rule if you get a targeting penalty and you get kicked out. So it's really? You think the kid deliberately did this? The guy on Ole Miss is freaking fast. The speed of the game is so fast, Scott. You know how fast the wide receivers are on Ole Miss? You got a kid cutting over the middle of the field, catches a ball. You're playing for your title dream life, NFL dream, draft, all this stuff on the line. You come in to make a play, Scott. You can't help if your helmets collided. It's ridiculous. But then after, there's freaking idiots. They give the ball to Lacey. They hold him to a 2-yard gain. Lacey's on the ground. A kid on Miami decides to fall on top of him and smoke him. Dude, they're morons. They're bringing it upon themselves. We can blame the ref for one of them, Scott, but, man, the refs, they were not to blame for some of Miami's stupidity here.
Yeah. Remarkable. So now Ole Miss rather has the ball, 2nd and goal at the Mississippi 5 or at the Miami.
What's the point spread now? Mississippi's now minus 2.5.
Got to be favored, right? Yeah, minus 2.5.
So Mississippi minus 210 on the money line, plus 160. So if they score,
got to go for
let's
2.
say they scored
you should be up
gotta
5.
go. Oh, son of a. Yeah, I was gonna say it just opens up the Pandora's box here.
Yeah.
Well, you can't just get up 23-17 because you could lose 24-23 after.
Yeah. No,
right? Oh, man. Wow, you're Pete Golding. What a spot, eh? You're a coach for 2 weeks. You've got to make this call right now. It's you know what I mean?
How about,
you and I are always don't go for 2 unless you
1.
have to, but you're kind of you don't have to, but you're kind of we can't just only be up by 6. It's not it's not good. We can lose the game. No. We got to go for 2. We don't have a choice. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not playing Illinois State.
It's not Montana State, Illinois State. We got to go for 2 here. Yeah.
They're going to get the extra point. Here's the question I have, though. They must have a timeout in the field. What if they get a 4th and goal from the 1?
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. 2nd and goal right now. You're right. So they're going to have 2 cracks at this before 4th down comes up.
I don't say this often, Gabe, but I think
I would kick the field goal. I was going to wimp out. I'd say I'd just kick the damn field goal.
I would normally say that, but
too much on the line, Scott. You kick. There's enough time left. You kick the field goal. You can get a stop.
That's
and
8 minutes left.
You get
7 minutes left.
Yeah, there's too much time. Too much time. Even if they got a field goal, you know what I mean? It's too early for me. I don't want to start chasing stuff. That's why I'm being serious about the 2 stuff. But I'm I'm not naive. I can't be dumb about this. I got to go with okay. Yeah.
You just have to. So
how about this? Miami have not trailed once in the college football playoffs.
3-0, right? I think they took the first lead against.
Yeah,
Texas
they just
A&M.
showed the graphic. All right, here's Chambliss. He gets nothing, bro. They're on the 4-yard line now. They might have to make this decision.
If it's the 4, then you definitely have to kick.
There's too much time left to go for it. There's too much time to go for it.
Yeah. And you got
because Miami could just chew the clock up after running the ball. It's too much. No. Miami's kicker missed the field goal attempt last time. Put pressure on Miami. They haven't been trailing it once in the playoffs. Put pressure on them. Still 7 minutes left. Here it is, third down.
Third down. 3rd and goal for the 4, and you got a mobile quarterback. Don't hand the ball off. Don't keep him in the pocket. I want to roll
drop
it.
You got to kick the field goal here.
No,
you're not even close to scoring. It's not we're on, you know what I mean? Like you said, if you're on the half goal line, all right, whatever, I get it. But yeah, they're going, you know what? He dropped it. It was Lacey. They threw it to Lacey and he dropped it.
Wow.
They've had a lot of drops, man.
I
don't think he would have scored. No, I don't think he would have. And I got to be honest, I like Chambliss, but I'm sure you see the same thing, Scott. He throws the ball too hard all the time. You got to take
Yes.
so there's
Yes.
no touch, bro. He's throwing fastballs all the time at these guys.
Yeah. I mean,
You
gotta
can
know
see
when
they're
to
good
pull back a little
receivers,
bit.
and they're like whoa, like you know what I mean? He's like, dude, you're throwing it 100 miles an hour, like from 8 yards away from me. Just take a little off this, you know.
These are college wide receivers. They're not the pros. Even the pros can't sometimes catch that stuff.
Like that
So,
pass to
field
Lacey,
goal
he
is
threw a
good.
freaking fastball. Like he just zinged it at him. It's like, dude, he's a running back. You got to like lob it into him a little bit.
All right, 23-yard
All right, they
field,
get the field goal.
21-yard field goal is good. Yep. 19-17.
Yeah, so the total is just dying here because now it could be 2019. Like, wow. There's still 7 minutes left, but you know, we'll see what happens.
I hate that it's 3rd and goal and you throw the ball to the running back who's 4 yards from the goal line.
Yeah, you see, he wasn't going to score anyways. He was going to get tackled.
No, he wasn't going to score. Yeah, throw it into the end zone. What are you doing?
Or run the ball, scramble it, call a play, run the ball, whatever, dude. Like, but yeah, that little dump off was just sort of a safe little, let's hope for the best on this. Because it wasn't like, we're going to score a touchdown. Let's throw it into the end zone. And I trust Chambliss enough. He throws the ball so hard, he's hard to intercept it. Like, so whatever, dude. Throw it in the end zone. You throw it 100 miles an hour anyways. Chances are, if we don't catch it, it'll be incomplete.
Yeah. All right, so Ole Miss has the lead, 19-17, 7 minutes left. They're favored by 1.5. Over-under is 42.5. What do you got, 36 points? So a touchdown would put you over. Although, if Miami theoretically scores, they would go for 2 also. Excuse me. So, got 7 minutes left. Man, that's the drive. They were given a gift. They were given 30 yards in penalties. 2 first downs. I mean.
And even here that they score, I know they score, and then that total could have come into play. Let's say they score, they get the 2. Suddenly you got a 7-point game. We could have had some real fun here with a 24-24 tie suddenly. Now it gets all weird. Miami, guys, I'm telling you, their kicker's okay. Remember, he missed at Texas A&M. But Miami historically have had a lot of bad luck with kickers. So, like, if they're just counting on some miracle field goal here, it might end poorly for them.
The whole state of Florida, between them and Florida State both.
Yeah. The Gators are the only one.
OK Dubs has to go back to his roots. I'm not a Jets fan, I'm not a Giants fan, and neither one of those teams even play in New York. But I'm a New Yorker through and through, despite where my mail gets sent. And I will not stand for the Jets to be dragged through the mud in this way. Not gonna happen. So Dante Moore, if you do leave, you should be so lucky to fly the plane.
Game time decisions only on SportsGrid.
Who are we looking at? We're looking at SGA because of his availability and consistency. It's Jalen Brunson doing his usage and his leadership. It's Jaylen Brown for how they're playing. It's Cade Cunningham because Detroit's in the top of the East. The MVP talk is going to be wild, and it'll be interesting to watch. MVPs just don't dominate. They survive the season.
Pro basketball today, only on SportsGrid.
Maybe the fact was that the kicker just blew a 44-yard field goal. Now, by the way, I feel horrible for this kid, Tyler Loop, who made every single field goal this season 44 yards or less. But the extra point that was missed just before that by Chris Boswell was the only extra point that he missed all season long. So did they bless that same holy water when Boswell missed the extra point? Come on, guys. Let's get it.
Newswire, only on SportsGrid.
The Steelers get their touchdown, and they miss the extra point. It was Lamar Jackson who made the plays to get the Ravens into what should have been easy field goal territory. So explain to me how in the world we can look at last night's game as, well, there you go, can't trust Lamar Jackson.
The Craig Carden Show, only on SportsGrid.
Well, that's got to be pass interference, right? Yeah, pass interference. All right, so down 2. It doesn't take long to get into the field goal range. A couple of first downs. All of a sudden, Miami, welcome back in game live, has it at their own 48-yard line, 2nd and 2. So
give them credit for being aggressive.
Away. Yeah,
right. Like on first down, they threw a bomb and they got a pass interference out of it. Like they didn't go into a shell and get nervous. They said, "All right, let's go." And now they just Fletcher just popped off another big run right now. So they're kind of not field goal range. This is college, but they're on the 35-yard line right now, and it's first down. If you're Ole Miss, you got to start looking at the clock. Like they did a good job in the first half. Golden did a very good job of recognizing when to use the timeouts. Like Miami are in no rush right now. So you got to be aware of this, right? They are in no rush, Miami. They will gladly chew up the remaining 4.5 minutes of this game.
Yeah. You're going to have to hold them to a field goal or, even a touchdown. They would go for 2. You'd still be a touchdown. The field goal is no longer in play for Ole Miss unless Miami,
touchdown's a nightmare because then the game goes under and Miami covers. Don't even say that, Scott. I was so stuck in a field goal mode here. You're scaring me now.
Well, the way they're ripping off yards here, but all right. I always like looking ahead. If they don't get a first down, oh no.
There it is. It happened that quickly. Touchdown. And it's Tony.
Wow, yeah.
Malachi Tony, touchdown. 36-yard touchdown reception. And just like that, this game is getting wild.
Wow.
Now they're going for 1.
The thing about that is it took about 30 seconds.
There's still 5:04 left.
Yeah, up 4 going for 1. Man. I think I would go for 2.
Yeah, you might as well. There's no difference. Well, what? Make it you might as well just take the 1 here.
Yeah.
Now you're up by 5 now.
Yeah, because if they come down and score a touchdown, right, which is what they have to do since they're down 5, then you're only going to be down 3. You go for 2, you don't get it, now you're down 4, and now you need a touchdown. So it's actually smart move. I know a lot of people say go for 2 because then they can miss the extra point.
But they're thinking ahead. Like you said. I don't know if Ole Miss, they go for 2, whatnot. But, you're in a position where you could still kick a field goal later here at least, Yeah. Potentially. Yeah. Now the pressure's on Ole Miss for real. This is unbelievable. Give credit to Miami. They haven't trailed in the college football playoffs once until now, and they just basically took a minute to score. 2 minutes to be exact, right? Because it's 5 minutes. So they got the ball with 7 minutes. At least and Foster's got to be happy and master control now. I told him, don't worry, it'll come eventually. I had Tony too. Although I'm not happy he scored right now, to be honest with you, because I got more on Ole Miss than I had on him to score a touchdown.
And here's more bad news, bad karma. Miami got their touchdown in the first half. They got their touchdown in the second half. Ole Miss got their touchdown in the first half. They need a touchdown now.
So now it comes down to Ole Miss, right? That's weird, eh? Yeah, they've only had 2 field goals.
It's just like, am I really going to get both? Am I going to get everything here? Am I really going to be alive for this bet? And with this Ole Miss bet today, it's like,
and guys, Ole Miss haven't been able to score a touchdown other than the touchdown run. It's been field goals. The field goal kicker has saved them, right? It's literally been 4 field goals. And they've got the touchdown on the 73-yard run. So they've been no drives, no touchdown passes. No, they did just move the ball from their own 10-yard line all the way down the field, but they ended up settling for the field goal. Man, that was big, that they couldn't score the touchdown there, Scott, from the 5-yard line. We could have a 24-24 game right now.
Yeah. 1st and goal from the 5, and they couldn't score. That's going to be the drive. If they lose, everyone points to something, right? That's going to be it. You had Miami reeling. They had 2 penalties. They were, just
I don't blame them for kicking the field goal. They didn't have any success on the first 3 downs. They didn't really have a choice.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, they get a big play on first down here. They picked up about 15-20 through the air. This could get fun in the last 5 minutes. It feels like an NCAA tournament basketball game. You sort of feel this, oh, my God, what's going to happen next?
Yeah. Now Chambliss has to be Chambliss, right? Go ahead, kid.
And Miami are down one of their safeties now as well.
That's true. Chambliss is up to 213 yards. My 270 now all of a sudden. Yeah, definitely got a shot. So, listen,
I'm hoping that this game gets to overtime somehow in some weird way. Get to 27-27. Yeah, score
'cause if they
fast here.
score,
Maybe
be up
a miracle
one.
touchdown.
Yeah, so they got to go for 2 if they're going to be up 1. So they could get to 27. And then Miami, it's not that crazy. 27-27.
They ran the ball and got stuffed on first down.
Stop running. Stop running. Throw the ball. Throw the ball. Now you're 4 down territory.
Okay, Dubs has to go back to his roots. I'm not a Jets fan, I'm not a Giants fan, and neither one of those teams even play in New York. But I'm a New Yorker through and through, despite where my mail gets sent. And I will not stand for the Jets to be dragged through the mud in this way. Not gonna happen. So Dante Moore, if you do leave, you should be so lucky to fly the plane.
Game time decisions. Only on SportsGrid.
Who are we looking at? We're looking at SGA because of his availability and consistency. It's Jalen Brunson due his usage and his leadership. It's Jalen Brown for how they're playing. It's Cade Cunningham because Detroit's in the top of the East. The MVP talk is going to be wild, and it'll be interesting to watch. MVPs just don't dominate. They survive the season.
Pro basketball today. Only on SportsGrid.
Maybe the fact was that the kicker just blew a 44-yard field goal. Now, by the way, I feel horrible for this kid, Tyler Loop, who made every single field goal this season 44 yards or less. But the extra point that was missed just before that by Chris Boswell was the only extra point that he missed all season long. So did they bless that same holy water when Boswell missed the extra point? Come on, guys. Let's get it.
Newswire. Only on SportsGrid.
The Steelers get their touchdown, and they miss the extra point. It was Lamar Jackson who made the plays to get the Ravens into what should have been easy field goal territory. So explain to me how in the world we can look at last night's game as, well, there you go, can't trust Lamar Jackson.
The Craig Carton Show. Only on SportsGrid.
And welcome back. It is in-game live game day here on the grid. Boy, what a great football game coming down to the wire. Scott and Gabe, hour number 4+ here. 24-19, Miami game
Another
with
penalty.
the lead, but Ole Miss with the
3rd and
ball,
8.
and we get a first down. What happened?
They were in 3rd and 8, and it wasn't going to be complete. Like, they got bailed out, and oh my God, here's Trinidad Chambliss finally with a big run. So yeah, they had him in 3rd and 8. Me and Scott I asked Scott during the break. I said, man, yeah, you got your timeouts left, but you can't really give the ball back to Miami. You need a touchdown. If you only needed a field goal, maybe, but you need a touchdown, and you're going to have to go for this. And on 3rd and 8, Chambliss throws another bullet that was kind of uncatchable. But when you really saw the replay there, the kid on Miami grabbed the jersey again. They keep on doing it to themselves. So they got a 15-yard penalty, and now Ole Miss have the ball at the 22-yard line. They just ran the ball on. I don't like running the ball on first down, guys, with Lacey either. Yeah, seriously, you throw the ball, get Miami running around, then run on 2nd or 3rd down. Like they on first down, they're kind of expecting it. Now you got to throw on 2nd down again and 3rd down all the time. Like mix it up a little bit. I don't like the first down Lacey runs all the time now.
Yeah, he did grab him. It didn't look like it from the front, but he clearly grabbed him.
Oh my God, this game's getting lit. Touchdown! SEC!
Touchdown!
SEC!
Oh!
SEC! This is wild stuff!
Wow. D. Wright.
Daquan Wright.
Touchdown.
20, yeah, there's your touchdown in every half. There you go. 25, 24.
We're
extra
alive
point.
Tomorrow.
2 point.
You gotta go
point
for 2.
try coming. You got to go for 2 and make it 27, 24.
3.5
This is
left.
wild. This is really opening up, baby. Whoa, 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 whoa.
I'll tell you, Gabe.
As Keith Jackson would say, whoa, Nelly.
Whoa, Nelly. The over or the overtime bet in the break was,
it was
22 to 1.
You said, yeah. You said. Oh
It's
boy,
plus
they're running a
490
trick
now.
play. They just switched
Oh,
up. They got
no.
Chambliss. And oh my God, what are you guys doing here?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
It
Your
works.
quarterback is. Yeah,
It works. Okay.
Great call.
Yeah,
Great
Chambliss
call.
ended up
Way to
throwing it.
go.
Yeah, no, it was, Scott. It confused the hell out of Miami. Chambliss lined up a quarterback, moved, came back, and it was one of these weird, what the hell are you guys? You and I always talk about it, bro. You got to have a play up your sleeve. It's like a CIA agent. You got to have like a storage locker somewhere with cash, passports, and gun. You know what I mean? That one play, Scott. Our life is on the line. You can't stop this. If we pull this off, you can't stop this. And they just did it. It really did confuse Miami. Watch it here. They had misdirection. Like, even I was like, whoa, no, what are you guys doing here? And then, boom, they end up like Chambliss finds an open man. And now suddenly, we're up to 51 suddenly.
Yeah. Now,
so
the only
20,
thing is,
this overtime, 20, what's the overtime prop now? Let me see.
plus 410.
Wow. From 22 to 1.
22 to 1.
I was thinking before, man, this is going to get there somehow. It's going to get there somehow.
Yeah. Now,
all right, we did hit over 47 and a half at least. All right, yeah, what now?
Yeah, what now, right? Leave it to me. I got to come up with something negative. If they don't get the 2-point conversion, we're up 25-24 with 3 minutes left. And Miami, maybe they score a touchdown, but knowing Cristobal, maybe he settles for a field goal. Miami
you worried about
wins
the
or
3.5 being blown up?
Well, yeah, because now we get tied at 27. We go to overtime.
I got a plus 4.
And Miami gets
and
the
a
ball
plus
first and scores a touchdown.
Oh, and by the way, I forgot I even put the play in. Boom. Ole Miss. It wasn't easy, guys, but Ole Miss over 22 and a half. I actually put it in, Scott. I'm just looking at my plays right now. Yeah, boom.
Yes.
Ole Miss. Over 22 and a half team total. And now here's Carson Beck throwing a bomb. Wow, this game's getting wild late. Yeah. He underthrew him. He had him.
But that's the only thing about being up 3 versus being up 1 if you're getting a field goal, But we'll take it. You can't complain with being up 3. That's for sure. And
got my pre though. I got an in-game
first.
over 52. I got an in-game over 52, and I got an in-game over. That's my pre-actually bet, so that's not my fault actually. Calling greed, no. Okay. That was my pre-game bet. I got an in-game over 155 and a half here. So part of me almost wants overtime.
I was going to say, I always play these games. Would you take a 27-24 win, or would you risk it 27 all going to overtime?
No, you know what? You're Bob Barker, and I'm a contestant. I'm going all in, Bob. No, I'm going all in. Let's go to overtime. I'm taking my chances. We'll go to.
You're returning the vacation. You're going for the car.
It's like let's make a deal. You want what's in the box, or you want to take a chance and move on? You know what? Let's move on, Monty.
Okay. We got one contestant.
Yeah, because you know what? I've got. And I don't do teasers, but I actually have an Ole Miss plus 14 ticket as well. So, I'm sort of like,
oh, so you're good.
All right. I kind of thought, you and I talk about it. College teasers are not good, guys. But in these championship games like this, the point spreads are sharp and the teams are so evenly matched.
Yeah. All right. So,
they're going
down,
deep
Miami
again.
at their own 37. Yeah, they're going deep crazy.
My God, I nearly caught it at 25. He didn't. Oh, my goodness. To tight end. That was a tough catch, but Beck got the ball there. That was an NFL throw. Let's see you got to catch that.
Wow. All right.
He's got to catch that. You'll see here. He had it.
Now Beck with his $4 million has to come through. Yeah? Wasn't Beck's fault?
He just threw a hell of a ball. But it's a tight end, not a receiver, but the ball, that was a hell of a ball he threw. We can't say they don't trust him, Scott. These guys are throwing daggers down the field, man. They're getting aggressive. I would even run the ball. I'd be like, guys, we need 3 points here. Just get the ball to Fletcher. You know what I mean?
Right. Got timeouts.
Seriously. They kind of panicked a little early. Now they're in a 3rd and long. Oh, boy.
Would they go for it?
You got 15 seconds before the 2-minute warning, so you don't want to rush it if you're them. So they're going to let the 10 seconds go here, I think. 3rd and 8.
Well,
you don't want to rush this if you're Miami.
If they're going to let it get down, then you have to go for it. If you could squeeze it in before the 2-minute warning. Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Wow. 27-24. Yeah, Scott, it was 11 seconds left. It's 3rd and 8. You can't. Your season's on the line, bro. Like, you need to get a first down on these next 2 plays. I don't like Miami's play calling now. And I say this as an Ole Miss backer in that you and I have seen they can't stop Fletcher. Just give the ball to Fletcher. He'll give you 6-7 yards, get in a 2nd and 3. Like, everything that Miami has done, guys, it has worked in the playoffs that got them this far. Running the ball, getting into like a 2nd and 3, 3rd and 3, and then doing a quick hit dump off has worked. Yeah. This drive, they've gone right into let's throw the ball down the field mode. And now they find themselves in a 3rd and 8.
You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of John Harbaugh refusing to give the ball to Derrick Henry. That this is what, I mean, I said it an hour ago. Just hand the freaking ball off Miami and you'll win this football game. You said it half an hour
ago a couple of times. If Miami just ran the ball over and over, they'd win. Same thing with Baltimore. Yeah. Baltimore could have beaten Pittsburgh. That's Todd Monken. It's like, guys, just give the ball to Henry. Henry was running the ball all the time. Then you'd throw the ball on like 2nd and 6. It'd be incomplete. And then you'd throw it on 3rd down. It'd be incomplete. It's like, guys, you just could have given it to Henry and he would have picked it up easily. Yeah.
You want to hear something funny? Right? We gave you the stats right before. We're at the 2-minute warning here. So first downs, Miami 24, Ole Miss now 21. Passing yards, Miami 229, Ole Miss 237.
Tale of
total
two
yards,
halves.
413 Miami, 358. They really closed the gap there. Even time of possession, 39.5 to now 18.
Yeah, up to 18, 20 now. Yeah.
They really kind of.
And guys, the penalties, 10 penalties for 74 yards on Miami, 3 penalties, 19 yards on Ole Miss. But Miami's 10-74 is kind of deceptive. Like, they're big, devastating penalties they keep taking. Right? So it's kind of deceptive.
If this game ends 27-24, that's what I take out of this game. Those penalties, which for the most part were all legit. They were just
and the drop balls by the defensive backs. All those tip balls, man, they could have intercepted.
Yeah.
They're not done yet.
2-minute warning.
This is going to overtime.
Yeah.
Okay, Dubs has to go back to his roots. I'm not a Jets fan, I'm not a Giants fan, and neither one of those teams even play in New York. But I'm a New Yorker through and through, despite where my mail gets sent. And I will not stand for the Jets to be dragged through the mud in this way. Not gonna happen. So Dante Moore, if you do leave, you should be so lucky to fly the plane.
Game time decisions, only on SportsGrid.
Who are we looking at? We're looking at SGA because of his availability and consistency. It's Jalen Brunson doing his usage and his leadership. It's Jaylen Brown for how they're playing. It's Cade Cunningham because Detroit's in the top of the East. The MVP talk is going to be wild, and it'll be interesting to watch. MVPs just don't dominate. They survive the season.
Pro basketball today, only on SportsGrid.
Maybe the fact was that the kicker just blew a 44-yard field goal. Now, by the way, I feel horrible for this kid, Tyler Loop, who made every single field goal this season 44 yards or less. But the extra point that was missed just before that by Chris Boswell was the only extra point that he missed all season long. So did they bless that same holy water when Boswell missed the extra point? Come on, guys. Let's get it.
Newswire, only on SportsGrid.
The Steelers get their touchdown, and they miss the extra point. It was Lamar Jackson who made the plays to get the Ravens into what should have been easy field goal territory. So explain to me how in the world we can look at last night's game as, well, there you go, can't trust Lamar Jackson.
The Craig Carton Show, only on SportsGrid.
this is getting fun. Down to the wire we go. Minute 37. Big penalty against Ole Miss on a pass attempt that no way the kid would have ever called, but it was a face mask. Gave him a first down here, Gabe. And now Miami is on the move.
Now, Scott.
They still need a few more.
Unbelievable catch from Tony, who did get the touchdown at plus 100 for the record earlier, but this kid's a stud. Unbelievable. Goes up, one-hands it. It was really like one of the catches of the century type of deal, especially with the stakes being as high as they are. He's out of bounds. His foot's not in bounds. They called it complete on the field. It's clear. It won't take long. Here they come. Right now, his foot landed half out of bounds.
Good play by Beck to get free.
Yeah,
he was nearly
scrambled around. No, he's showing some stuff tonight, Beck. He's played well. Yeah. So, the play is overturned as expected. He's out of bounds. Hell of a catch, second down? 3rd and 6 now. Oh, boy.
He's about 3 feet in the air.
Yeah, he catches it like a baseball scout with one hand, and then rips it and it nearly lands in bounds. And it wasn't his fault. The dude on Ole Miss was pushing him out of bounds in the air, too. So it was kind of like a hard. So 3rd, and they're not really in field goal range yet. They're not. They're on the 43-yard line. So they can't kick a 60-yarder.
It's a 60-yarder. Yeah, not in college.
Yeah, it's too far. So they're going to go for it. If they don't get it, they get it. Barely, but they get it. Oh boy, this really could come down. This could be 27-27, and I'm going to kick myself for not betting that 22-1 when you brought it up during the commercial break.
I know.
I said earlier, too, like, I want overtime, and I could see it getting there, and I was sort of doing the math. Yeah, and I even said it out loud, if you remember, Scott. I said, well, if they score, we can get to 27-27, blah, blah, like with the math. They're like, here we are. I'm worried now about, one of these quick slants, and Tony pops into the end zone again. I'd be very concerned if I'm Ole Miss about this. Like, be aware, guys, your DBs. Like, do not. Remember the USC-TCU game. Do not, not tackle someone or let them scramble down the sideline and scamper in. Be sure to get them down because a field goal is not the end of the world if you're Ole Miss here.
Right.
Michael Irvin is on the sideline. Looks like he's pretty nervous right now.
Yeah. I don't want to see Miami settle for a field goal either. You don't want to get this to overtime. Win the game. You got a $4 million quarterback. You have first-round draft choices across the board. I don't mind running the ball. You do have timeouts. You can still run the ball, but don't settle for a 35-yard field goal.
They're still not fully in comfortable field goal range either. That's the thing, right? I mean, you want to – nearly threw a pick on 3rd down. Where are they not now officially? Let me see. What yard are they on
35.
officially? Here?
I got second down.
Yeah, you're right.
35.
It's 35. Yeah, I see it. It says the 35. So
42.
It's a 52-yarder, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not easy for a college kid with the pressure of the world.
Yeah.
To tie the national championship semifinal game.
Yeah. Outdoors.
So now it's 3rd and 10. What do you do? Do you go for 15 yards first down, or do you okay, let's pick up 5 or 6 and turn this into a 45-yarder?
Wow, that's a big decision, right? I don't think there's a wrong decision. I think I would go for it. I got a $4 million quarterback. What happened?
They pick it up. They pick it up easily. Now they might score a touchdown. They're on the 17 or 18-yard line with 54 seconds left. Yeah, you got 3 timeouts, Mississippi. You got to start thinking about this now.
Yeah, now you got to start.
We might need the ball back for a miracle field goal. The clock is ticking, so this is it. Oh, my God. What a crazy ending to this game. All right, they run this. I don't know. I got to see the replay here, Scott. I don't know if they missed the handoff because I don't think they did a design run for Beck there. I think they missed the handoff. What happened here?
36 seconds left. They're handing the ball off from the 18-yard line, huh?
Yeah, no, but they're not showing. They just showed the replay to pass. Now I want to see the replay. What happened here on this last play? Beck kind of stumbled with the ball, Scott, and fell down. It wasn't a sack. No one touched him, but I think that they missed the handoff. And Beck was like, oh, and he kind of, they're not showing a replay again. Man, they've been bad with replays in this game. They don't show replays of anything.
Yeah. All right, so they got second down from the 19-yard line.
Second and 11. 37 seconds left. Oh, boy. So they got 2 cracks at this. You can't get crazy and throw into the end zone, but do they? Go for the win.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I'm not running the ball. I don't know if I'm going to throw it into the end zone or not, but I'm not running the ball. I'm not settling going to overtime.
Too. But I wouldn't throw it in the end zone. I would dump it off to Tony.
Go crazy.
Just a quick hit to Tony. Quick hit, you know?
Right. Ole Miss, by the way, called that timeout. So they're smart about, like...
Yeah, they got 37. They're saving a little real estate, but not much.
Yeah. How much time are we really going to have? I think at this point, I just let the clock roll. What happened?
Miami is really not playing around, man. They're going for the win. They just first...
At the
they just had
line.
Carson back, little fade off, threw a bullet over the middle of the field. First and goal on like the 9-yard line. He's looking good. Carson Beck is making himself some NFL draft stock right now.
Yeah. I don't know why if I was Ole Miss at that point, listen, there's 37 seconds left. I'm not calling a timeout. Let the clock run down. It is what it is at this point. I'm not going to give them
I think it was more for a breather, not for the time.
All right.
I think it was more like, get a breath and call a couple of plays. And he is a defensive guy. Because, they're not. Because
if you're Ole Miss,
they didn't call the timeout. Now, Miami just called the timeout now, actually. It wasn't even Ole Miss. So, if you're Ole Miss, you're kind of screwed as far as time's concerned now. You got to get a stop here. Like, not scoring a touchdown is the key.
Yeah.
Give credit to Miami, Scott. They've been freaking aggressive, bro, on this. Like, a lot of teams would play a lot safer, man. I would play it a lot safer.
That's why I said I don't want to see them. I wouldn't go crazy.
Well,
they're
minus
not. 5 to 1. Wow.
Yeah, you want to see them throw a pick in the end zone here, though? Are they minus 500 now on the money line? I'm not looking.
Mine is minus 500.
No.
Can we get Geno Smith?
Yeah,
can we get Geno Smith for the Miami Hurricanes? Can we get him in there right now?
Dear God,
the
they're
master
on the 3
of red
yard
zone
line
interceptions.
Right now. They just ran the ball to like the 2 or 3, so they're really going to pound this in for the win.
They're going to win. Wow, they're going to win, and we're going to be in a break. We'll see. Second and goal.
If they win by 4, I'm going to be
seconds left. Ooh, it's down to 2:45. That must be a good thing for.
Okay, Dubs has to go back to his roots. I'm not a Jets fan, I'm not a Giants fan, and neither one of those teams even play in New York. But I'm a New Yorker through and through, despite where my mail gets sent. And I will not stand for the Jets to be dragged through the mud in this way. Not gonna happen. So Dante Moore, if you do leave, you should be so lucky to fly the plane.
Game time decisions, only on SportsGrid.
Who are we looking at? We're looking at SGA because of its availability and consistency. It's Jalen Brown to do his usage and his leadership. It's Jaylen Brown for how they're playing. It's Cade Cunningham because Detroit's in the top of the East. The MVP talk is going to be wild, and it'll be interesting to watch. MVPs just don't dominate. They survive the season.
Pro basketball today, only on SportsGrid.
Maybe the fact was that the kicker just blew a 44-yard field goal. Now, by the way, I feel horrible for this kid, Tyler Loop, who made every single field goal this season 44 yards or less. But the extra point that was missed just before that by Chris Boswell was the only extra point that he missed all season long. So did they bless that same holy water when Boswell missed the extra point? Come on, guys. Let's get it.
Newswire, only on SportsGrid.
The Steelers get their touchdown, and they miss the extra point. It was Lamar Jackson who made the plays to get the Ravens into what should have been easy field goal territory. So explain to me how in the world we can look at last night's game as, well, there you go, can't trust Lamar Jackson.
The Craig Carden Show, only on SportsGrid.
All right. I told you, when they got that 2-point conversion, that was trouble. That was trouble. Miami scores a touchdown. 18 seconds left. They lead 31-27. Carson Beck, a 4-yard scramble.
Two guys that have been criticized, Cristobal and Beck, get it done. Cristobal has been conservative over the years. That was so unconservative. A lot of coaches would have been happy to go, no, let's just play it safe, get the field goal here. We'll take it to overtime. These guys said, no, we're punching it in the end zone. We're punching it in the end zone. And now there's 18 seconds left. The thing is, they're down by 4.
Yeah.
Right? Field goal doesn't help you. You're gonna need a real miracle here if you're Ole Miss right now. Hell of a football game.
The goal game, listen, the one thing about Chambliss, we've been saying it all night, the guy's got an arm. He could probably throw it 70 yards, right? So get it. If the ball goes into the end zone,
Miami
my
makes
guy,
the first
don't return
mistake. They don't squib it. They kicked it into the end zone. No time off the clock.
That's
Kid
stupid.
called a fair catch in advance. Said no, no time. Boom.
Right. So realistically, let's get it to the 50-yard line, and we'll have a Hail Mary. That should be their approach.
Chambliss has the arm to do it.
Now. Yeah,
I would want 2 cracks at this though. You want a couple of cracks. So get it to the 50, and hopefully, you know what I mean. You can get 2 cracks at sort of even get it a little closer. 18 seconds. You got a timeout left too, so you got time to sort of throw over the middle of the field here still. And they do.
Clock stops on a first
and
down.
And they catch it.
As well. Okay.
All right. See, now they don't call the timeout. Like, don't lose any seconds here, guys. Don't lose any seconds. All right, they didn't. They got to the line in time. Spiked the ball. Yeah, they lost 2 seconds.
48.
All right, they're at 11 seconds. All right.
I would do 2
You
Hail
still have a
Marys,
timeout, Scott. You still got timeout. You could go again, another 15, 20 yards over the middle. Get this thing to the 20, 25.
But what are you gaining, though? I mean, if you get it to the 25, yes. But I would
you
rather
got a
have 2
legitimate
Hail
shot.
Mary
There's
cracks.
so much open space. No, you got a better shot, dude. Like a real crack at this. Let's see here.
Wow.
Boom, over the middle, catches it. All right, perfect. Timeout. Now here you go. You got 5 seconds left, and you're on the 30-yard line, 35. So you got to really, at least it's not. You can almost run a play. It's not just sort of a Hail Mary now.
Right. All right, boy, could you imagine?
Only if they would have needed a field goal only here, huh? Right now? They'd be at the 35, just like that.
One stinking point. Yeah, you'd be looking at a 52-yarder. So, but
they've done a good job getting it down the field, Scott. I mean, it took them 12 seconds to basically get to the 35-yard line. They've done a Miami was giving them the open of the field, but they had the timeout. Ole Miss played this as well as possible. Now it comes down to one play. We talked about that good play that they had for the 2-point conversion. Do they have one pass play, one sort of hook and ladder, one sort of trick? If they scored here, this would surpass Flutie. Like this would be like the biggest this would be that wasn't a national champ, and it was Miami too, Scott. Maybe a little bit of symmetry here. Right? We got come full circle.
Good call. Yeah. I would 5 seconds left. If the defensive backs are playing back, I would try and get like 5-6 more yards. You get it to the 30. Just give my,
There's just not enough time to play around now.
Yeah.
If you do this fast, and it sounds crazy, but these kids are fast. This is where the 40 times come into play and all that.
Yeah. You
can pull it off. You could do a quick bullet to the end zone on a slant, on a streaking, and you tell if it's not there, throw it out of bounds, and we got one crack into the end zone. So, quick. You could get 2 passes out of this conceivably.
Yeah. Knowing the worst case Miami outside of giving up a touchdown would be a penalty, like a late hit. Helmet to
pass
helmet.
interference, late hit, and then you got one more play from like the 20.
Yeah, one more play. Let me see Cristobal sweat just a little bit more, right? So they're in a timeout. It's 3rd and 23. Doesn't matter what it's at the 35-yard line. 5 seconds left. So
6 seconds. 6 seconds.
6 seconds.
6 seconds. Yeah, 1st and 10, but the downs don't really matter now.
Yeah.
Like I said, you can go to the end zone, but you can do it in a streaking sort of slant way where you could kind of squeeze 2 out of this, but realistically, this is probably one play here as we've got 30 seconds to break.
Can we
Could
squeeze
be
it in?
Actually, right now. Yeah, we'll see
Could
right now. Here he is. He's taking a lot of time. He's throwing it to the end zone.
They scored a touchdown. We got to come back.
Game over. 31-27 final score.
Miami wins. Hurricanes going to the national
31-27.
championship game, and I'll be back tomorrow night, 7:30 Eastern time again. Wow.